and the four of us will have fun. All right. So I'm gonna start, and here's what I want you guys to do. We're gonna go around and introduce ourselves, talk about where you're from, an interesting fact about yourself, what your rank is, and who your coach is. And then quickly let us know if you have gone through the invite steps and added customers to the group, and also set up your profile and have started Instagress. So I know that's a lot to say, and I'll kind of remind you as you go through. But so I'll go ahead and start. So my name is Sydney, and I'm from Northern California. I just recently became a diamond coach, and my coach is Amy Reelman. I set up my Instagress when we first started using Instagress, within the first couple days that it was suggested in Team Boom, and I love it. I use it all the time. I have it running right now for a little bit. And I like to comment and send my invite to people that comment back to the comments that I put in Instagress. I think that works really well. And makes it a little bit more personal, a little bit more real, and they don't think I'm Autobot. And then I also have set up my personal profile. Again, that was one of the first things that I did, probably the day I became a coach. So it's really important that you don't have to worry about it. And also my bank account, same thing, set that up the very first day, because it's just more fun to get money deposited every week. And I think that is about it for me. Let's have Kelly, you can go next and give another example.
Hi, April.
Hi.
Oh, hi, April. Thanks for jumping on.
No problem. I just got home, so it was just in time.
Perfect.
I think we lost Kelly.
I was just going to say, she was on here. I don't know where she went. Okay, well, Amy, you do one more example, and then we'll have the other two go.
Okay. So I am a Diamond Beachbody coach. I've been a coach for a little over a year. My sponsor is my brother, Patrick Reelman. An interesting fact is that I was drinking Shakeology and doing the workout programs for almost 5 years before I decided to become a coach, which I'm the annoying person, just like Sydney was, because she took a while. She didn't take quite as long as me, but she took a while to sign up as well. So that's my interesting fact. And then I also have all of my websites set up. I have my direct deposit set up. I run Instagram pretty much 24/7. And I like will stop it and switch up the different hashtags and some of the comments. And I always make sure that that little box that says do not comment on the same person twice is checked off, so that I'm not commenting on the same people. Did you know about that box, Sydney?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's definitely helpful, so you're not like commenting on the same people. And I try and use hashtags that aren't like Beachbody related, so I don't use like T25 or anything like that. And I in order to find new, more creative hashtags, I'll look at somebody's photo and see hashtags they use, and then I'll use those as well, because there's so many different hashtags, like fit food porn. Like I wouldn't have thought of that, but like somebody hashtagged it, so I will use that. And then what were the other questions?
I think that's pretty much it. You already said your interesting fact. You have your account set up, and your rank, and who your sponsor is. So you're good. I have one interjection to say real quick about Instagram I just started doing. Is how I said I comment on people that comment back to me. I have been looking at the other comments that other people have put on the same picture, like anyone else that says, oh, that's a good idea. I just go to their profile too, and like that's like how I kind of find people, and that's kind of a path I've been taking because they've, are looking at some of the same hashtags and stuff. But anyways, so hi Tim.
What's up, Sid? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am like doing like 5 things right now.
That's awesome.
I'm cooking. My son is running wild. Like it's crazy right now.
Well, thanks for jumping on then.
No problem.
So we're just doing some introductions and talking about what I want you guys to do is tell me your rank, who your coach is, an interesting fact about you, and if you have set up your profile, your Beachbody profile and bank accounts, and if you've been using Instagram. So Ben, we'll have you go next.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt your head massage.
Yeah. I'm just a coach right now. I don't really have any coaches in A3. My sponsor is Sydney, and I'm in the Air Force. That's the interesting fact. So I can't commit a lot of time to this, but I do love it, and I do plan on doing it for a long time. And that's about it right now.
You have your website set up and your bank account set up?
Yeah, I do have my bank account set up and all my websites set up, and also I do have Instagrams, but I haven't really played around with the comments yet. I just kind of paid for it, started it, and I haven't touched it since.
I forgot about it. Okay. All right.
When y'all mentioned it, I actually said, oh, no, so I gotta do that.
On your list, hashtags and comments.
Yeah,
Cool. Thank you, Ben. All right, April, go ahead.
All right, my name is April Scardino, and Katie Corbett is my sponsor. She's the one who got me to come and do it, but Amy also talked to me, and she was like the final push. Like, she was the one who was like, why don't you join the internship? Because like, Katie had mentioned it quite a few months ago when I finished my reset, and I wasn't on board because I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know what it was about, and I was just thinking, I don't have the time to commit to doing this. But so I did do the internship, and it seemed like something I really wanted to do. I have all my websites set up. I did that right away because while I was waiting for all my stuff to get in, I did as much online as I could, just looking at what they had to offer. And I haven't done anything with Instagram. I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical about it still. I don't know how I feel about it. I like doing personal invites. I like going around and like picking and choosing what pictures I comment on. So I don't know how I feel about Instagram yet. Do you guys have any like
April, you don't have to do like the comments. You can always just start out with doing the likes. So you're not like commenting on people's photos, you're just liking photos. That's always a start. And April and I went to college together. That's how we know each other.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
And interesting.
Fun fact, is that what we need? I feel like I'm back in college now.
Yeah. April, Katie Corbett, and I all went to, and Laura. So Laura, Katie Corbett, April, and I think that's all. Oh, and Elena, but she's not really doing the business.
Mary Grant.
We all went to college.
I know Mary hasn't been participating, but she was in it too.
Who's that?
Mary Grant.
Oh, Mary's my coach as well. She's
and
in
Ashley.
the process of getting started, but yeah, so we're just recruiting everyone. And like, I signed up Katie signed up April and Ashley. So
awesome.
Yeah. So my fun fact, I guess, is that I started using these products back in October of last year, and I really didn't. Like, even though I use them and I love them, and, I totally contributed all of my weight loss to them because it got the ball rolling for me, I still didn't, get involved with this until now. And it was really out of the blue. Like, nowhere. I literally asked Amy about the 3-day refresh, and next thing I know, I'm a coach.
I really push people.
Okay, so you did the refresh. Okay.
Yeah, but you've also done
the reset, the refresh, and I'm doing PiYo now.
So you did do the ultimate reset too?
Yeah. Yep. I lost 13 pounds. It was awesome. I loved it. It took away all my fast food cravings, and I still don't crave fast food to this day after doing the reset.
That's my next like big one I want to do. I know.
I loved it so much. Like, I rave about it to anyone who I possibly can. I'm like, this was the best decision I ever made. Like, do it.
That was like when I was doing the ultimate reset, that's when I decided to become a coach, because I was like, wow, this really works. And it definitely is like you need to devote like 3 solid weeks to yourself and like not go out, not, you know, you have to like, it has to be like a 3-week like solitaire.
Solitary. My friend was crazy because I did it right after my boyfriend broke up with me. Like, I just felt so horrible.
That's
and I was like, I feel gross. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it. My best friend's like, all right, so you don't have a boyfriend anymore. So you pretty much gave up sex, gave up alcohol, gave up caffeine, and gave up all your favorite food. Are you crazy? I'm like, it will be worth it in these 3 weeks when I look hot and see him again and say, this is what you lost. And we're back together, so I guess it worked.
I was just gonna say, how'd it go?
Back together, been together now for, you know, that whole time, and we're doing great. So
awesome. That's great. Now make him a coach too.
I'm trying so hard. I'm like, every time I like make a new Shakeology, I'm like, try this one. You like it, don't you? And he's like, I have my own protein shake. I'm like, this isn't just a protein shake. Like, you don't know what you're missing.
He likes it too. He's like, I don't know what they put in that stuff, but it's addicting.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him. He just doesn't know it yet. He's still in denial, but he'll be a coach one day. I think that once I start really seeing the benefit and like start making the money, that's when he's going to start being like, so can you sign me up? Can I get doing this too? I think he's just one of those where he needs to see it to believe it, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Thank you for sharing. I love it. All right, let's hear from Tim.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. I have a 3-year-old that is like crying to the top of his lungs right now. I don't know if you hear that.
I muted you for a little bit there, so
yeah, that was like the best decision ever right there. But I have a lot going on right now in the kitchen. I have some baked chicken, some brown rice, some peas going. My wife is downstairs doing T25.
Awesome.
And my 15-year-old stepson is kind of helping Cameron do his thing right now. But I wanted to jump on the call. I was sponsored by Amy. Believe it or not, I actually found Amy on Instagram and just friended her there and saw that she was on Facebook and friended her there as well. And I was doing P90X3 at the time. And Beachbody assigned it to me, but he never reached out to me. So when Amy asked me to come into the group and to complete the profile, I said, well, it says I already have a coach, and I had to send the coach relations an email and everything as far as that. She became my coach, and I just started like posting everything and Team Boom, and before you know it,
I think we all jumped on you. I know I had commented a few times to stuff that you were doing. I was like, so when are you going to be a coach? I actually thought you already were, to be honest with you.
And that's exactly what Amy said. Amy was like, you should be a coach. And I'm like, I don't have a time to be a coach. I'm like, there's no way. And I thought about my, fitness journey. I lost 56 pounds off of P90X3. And I just thought about that. And I just thought about giving up all the excuses and everything and committing to P90X3 and what it's done for me. And I didn't want to miss the opportunity. If I did the same thing with this, who knows what it do for me. And I'm very familiar with marketing level networks and multi-level networks. I've built them before, and I know that they are successful. So I'm looking for this to do some great things for me and my family. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks. You might want to mute me again.
It's not too bad right now. We'll
Okay.
see how it goes.
All
Well,
right.
you're a really great example then of how important it is, April and Ben, for when you guys rank advance to Emerald and you start getting those free customers, you have to figure out a way to connect with them, because you could have somebody like Tim be assigned to you, and if
Right.
you never get in touch with them, you're going to miss out on that opportunity. First of all, just to like meet a great person and have a new fit friend, which is always fun. But also to have an opportunity to have another coach and under you and get to work with somebody that's already wanting it and already doing it, that is already, literally already doing everything. So
Yeah.
super important to do that. I started sending out thank you cards. I was on one of the team calls because I don't get a good response. I'm pretty sure all my emails go straight to people's junk mail. So I started sending out thank you cards, and I had found a couple people on Facebook, but they didn't respond to me either. But I had 3 of them finally respond to me because they got my thank you card, and they didn't know I had been trying to contact them. So do whatever you have to do to not miss out on, especially something like that. So
Yeah, I think that 2 or 3 of my coaches were customer leads just from being an Emerald and getting the free customers. We do have like a follow-up document that you can follow to reach out to your customers. And I made a video on like how you actually go in and find them and stuff. But I mean, that's awesome because I had like 3 people who were already buying the shake or already getting some sort of program. And I basically was like, added them to the free group, and then you're already doing it, you're already using the programs, and so quickly converted them into coaches. Some of them just for the discount and some of them working the business, but it's good.
yeah. All right, so I'm gonna read you guys a little story next. Just a little history about Team Boom and the co-creators, Patrick Reelman. So he's our 7-star diamond coach, right, Amy? He's a 7-star now.
Yeah.
And so he started out as a coach 5 years ago in 2008 and rank advanced to an Emerald within a week by signing up his mom, Beth, and his sister. Was it you, Amy, that he signed up, right?
Yeah, so he signed me up right away, and I was like using all the products, but I wasn't doing the business at all. So yeah, he signed me up. And he
But
paid
so
for my coach fee and stuff. I was like, I'm not doing it. And he was like, I just need you as an active person so I can be an Emerald. And I was like, whatever. If you want to pay for it, here's my social security number.
Yep, that's what I had my mom. I did that with my mom, and she was like, "You what? You need my social security number?" She's very like thinks that everybody's trying to steal her identity, so I had to just convince her just to let me do it. But anyways, so that's a good way to rank advance quickly, is just sign people up that you're close to, or somebody that you know that's already using the product, or a family member that's already using the product. So anyways, Patrick signed up Beth and Amy, but not much happened for the next couple of years. They didn't have any real training or challenge groups. And then in 2010, he connected with Joe Policino, and so they're both the co-creators of Team Boom. And Joe opened his eyes to network marketing, but Patrick still wasn't consistent. In 2012, he committed to being consistent with invites every day. His business was slowly growing, but for every 2 coaches that signed up, 1 coach would leave. So red flag that something was wrong with this system. And also, Beth was training many of his coaches for him. So in September 2012, he and Beth went to a Beachbody leadership in California, and Patrick met a lot of successful coaches who were making well over a 6-figure income, and even some millionaires. So that's when the light went off in his head. Why not me? If they can achieve this, why can't I? But first, he had to look to himself for not committing 100% to his business, and second, to training and mentoring his coaches rather than just recruiting and moving on to the next coach. Your coaches will be involved to the extent you are. The speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. That was a little quote. So that is kind of our little story. So this is your business that you're going to decide what you want to commit to it and the time you want to put in. And, everybody has lots of stuff going on, and it doesn't matter, you just need to set aside some time every day, at least a little bit, to really focus on this business. And then, the world is your oyster basically with it. And once you make that decision to commit and focus, the sky's the limit pretty much. And hopefully you guys have looked into or thought about coming to Delray. And then Summit is the big coach convention that we have every summer. And those are just huge eye-openers. They're so much fun. You learn a lot. And you see the potential that this business offers. You have this opportunity to help other people while helping yourself both physically and financially, with doing something that you love, being able to reach out to other people and really help change their lives. So hopefully this little story kind of gave you some good ideas and gave you a little push. And I know I'm the same way. I have my days where it's really hard to sit down and just do it. But I literally tell myself, thinking like, ugh, I really can't do this. I just say, just do it, Sid. And I sit down and I do what I gotta do. And then, you're over and done with. But most days it's a fun thing. And most of us, again, we're going to post and be on social media anyways. So you might as well get your invites done in there, do your follow-ups, do your posts about a program or the challenge packs or your great results that you had and the life-changing thing that happened to you. And April's story about looking hot for her man. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's so awesome. But yeah, I think that was the end of my story. Do you guys have any more questions or anything you want to go over some more? Anything with the invites or Instagress or your profiles? Any questions about Team Boom itself or how we got started?
I have like a girl who I see a lot of potential for her to be a coach. Her name is Liz. She's been posting in Team Boom 3 a lot. Like I did the follow-up where I asked her to come be a co-leader in the group and to like comment on stuff and like do even more posts. And she's been doing that, but she's not using any of the products. Like, is that going to be an obstacle? Like, how can I kind of talk to her to get her to get into the coaching and the products now? I'm like nervous about that next step.
Well, so this would be a good opportunity to invite her to the internship group at the end of the month. And that's when we'll give her those options to, when she wants to sign up, she can order something to sign up. Or you could start just talking to her about just, start that relationship with her of asking her what she does for workouts and what she enjoys and kind of pick her brain a little bit. And then just kind of nonchalantly ask her, have you thought about trying any of the Beachbody programs, or if she tells you she really enjoys cardio, be like, oh, have you heard of T25? And just kind of bring it up that way. Amy, what do you think?
I have a lot of people sign up as coaches who've never tried the products before. I mean, what's that?
I did.
I was one.
No, yeah. So, Yeah. I would say more of my coaches than not have signed up not using the products. So what they do is I kind of lead it like you don't have to have already have tried the products because your first month when you buy a challenge pack that your coaching is free that month. So you don't have to post a bunch about, you don't have to like, once you get your program, that's when your business can start and you can share your journey while you're doing the program. When they sign up, I don't encourage them like that day to be like, let's drink Shakeology. It's amazing. I'm like, wait till you get your products, try them out, like get everything set up and stuff before your products come. But once your products do come, hold yourself accountable and, post that you're working out, post that you're drinking Shakeology and stuff. So I tell that to a lot of people because a lot of people do get scared. They're like, I haven't tried any of the programs, so how can I be a coach? But you can, start out your first month and try the programs as you go. And so, yeah, like Sydney said, basically I really follow that document. I tailor it a little bit to like my own, personal flair and stuff, but I pretty much do follow it and go right into the coaching opportunity and stuff. And, when people tell me their fitness goals and stuff, like for instance, today somebody told me they have their workouts on key and stuff, but they are just horrible with their eating and their portion control and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I'd love to help you with that. Have you ever heard of the 21-day fix? So I kind of lead into like what their goals are. Like if they tell me that they love bodybuilding and working out, I'm not going to be like, oh, you should do PiYo. Like, so I try and tailor it to, their needs if they say something, but, or if they're like, I only have 30 minutes to work out or so it just kind of depends on the person, but it seems like if she's posting a lot, have you made her a co-leader yet?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you asked her how she likes being a co-leader in the group so far?
It's only been about 2 days, so I wanted to let her feel it out first.
So once you ask her, and I'm sure she'll say something positive like she likes it, then that's where you go in and say, well, you're basically already doing what a coach does. Have you ever considered doing what I do? And she's going to be like, what is that? I have no idea what you're talking about. And then that's when you send her the video and you get her on a group message, and you follow the steps in that way.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thanks.
And also one other thing, a lot of times maybe even if she's not interested in the coaching right now, you can also talk to her and say, have you ever considered trying any of the products so that you could test them out to see if they work for you and then you want to become a coach to share them. So there's a few different ways to go about it.
And then at that, I kind of think of it as like planting the seed when you talk about it initially, and then if they give you that response of like, well, I've never tried it, you can have these little conversations. And then I'm a firm believer in the internship group, like really. So when that comes up, like the week before, contact her again and just say, hey, we've been talking about coaching. I know you're kind of hesitant, but I have this internship group coming up. You can learn everything you need to know about what goes into it and what we do and how we go about finding people and yada yada yada. And then if she has been thinking about it already, that's kind of just the like driving force, and I think it's just really successful. I think it's great. It's my favorite time of the month. So yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, no problem. Let us know how it goes, or put us on a message thread with her.
Yes.
I expect in 1 week from now that I'm already on a group message with her.
Okay.
There's a goal. There's a goal.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Well, our meeting, we have 4 minutes left. So if you have any more questions, now's a good time. We'll do this again next Tuesday at 5. I might post in the group and see if there's a better time that works for people. I don't know if this is too early or what the case may be, but I'd like to keep it on Tuesdays. But I'll keep you guys posted.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
All right. Cool.
Well, thank you guys for getting on. I enjoyed talking with you guys and learning a little bit more about you. Keep up with the homework and posting, and keep up all your good work with in Team Boom.
Invites, follow-ups. Bye.
Invite.
Follow up.
Follow. Rah. Boom.
Bye.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
You
Yeah.
too. Good night.
Bye.